everyone, so let's move towards our today's topic, which is
Our today's topic is tongue. As you all know, in Urdu, tongue is called as zaban or zuban. So, and tongue is present in the mouth. Okay. Now, we have to remember the muscles of the tongue as well as the parts of the tongue. Basically, on a broad level, the tongue is divided into two parts. How? If you see the diagram in Easy Medical Book Volume 2, you will see a V-shaped line on the surface of the tongue. That V-shaped line is called as sulcus terminalis, which is dividing the tongue into two parts, anterior part and the posterior part. Anterior part is basically anterior 2/3 part, and it is also called as oral part, and the posterior part is 1/3 part, which is also known as pharyngeal part. Okay, now how to remember the name of the part? It is very simple, as the name indicates, pharyngeal part and posterior part. So P for posterior, P for pharyngeal. Okay, so posterior part is called as pharyngeal part, and if you remember this point, you will easily remember that anterior part is called as oral part. Okay, like I said, these parts are divided by sulcus terminalis. Now, the posterior part of the tongue consists of lymphoid follicle. Okay, and like I said, posterior part is called as pharyngeal part as well. So the posterior part is there, obviously, as you know, the anterior part and the posterior part. So anterior most part is basically it is like tip, or it is like corner. That's why it is known as tip of the tongue, which is free, and it is free ended. It is not attached with any of the muscle or any of the bone, but the posterior part is attached with the epiglottis. Okay, now remember that the whole tongue is covered by mucous membrane. So the projections or the elevated part of the mucous membrane is called as papillae. There are four types of papillae which are present on the tongue. Number one, velate, fungiform papillae, fuliform papillae, and follate papillae. Okay, out of these four papillae, the three papillae are beginning with F letter. Okay, now velate papillae is basically on the anterior part, and it lies just after the sulcus terminalis. Okay, so sulcus terminalis के आसपास करीब ही ये papillae मौजूद होते हैं, यानी projections होती हैं. जो कि fungiform papillae है, it is present near the tip of the tongue. Okay, now fungiform भी हो गया, velate भी हो गया. Now fuliform or filiform papillae. Filiform papillae is basically also called as conical papillae, and it is present on the upper surface of the tongue. Okay, and the follate papillae is present on the lateral side of the tongue. It is very simple. Now, most important, papillae is not most important, muscles of the tongue are very important. Now remember, the tongue is basically consists of two groups of the muscle, extrinsic muscle and intrinsic muscles. These muscles are in pair form. How I will tell you that basically tongue is divided into two half, right half or right side and left side. Okay, left half, right half, and left side or right side. Okay, now on each side, that is right side and left side, there is the same muscle. Okay, that's why we say that there are a pair of muscles. Okay, for example, if I say, I will give you the example after a few seconds, but remember this point, that all the intrinsic muscles and extrinsic muscles are supplied by hypoglossal nerve, and there is an exception called as the palatoglossus muscle, which is the extrinsic muscle, and it is supplied by pharyngeal plexus. But except palatoglossus muscle, all the intrinsic and extrinsic muscle, all the muscles of the tongue is supplied by hypoglossal nerve. Okay, now what I was telling you, the pairing. Okay, so if we talk about intrinsic muscle, so there are 4 names of the muscle, and if we say that there are 4 pairs of the muscles or 4 pairs of the intrinsic muscle. Number 1, superior longitudinal muscle, inferior longitudinal muscle, transverse muscle, and vertical muscle. Okay, now I will give you the example. Superior longitudinal muscle, it will present on the right side as well as on the left side. Okay, if we dissect the tongue from the middle region, in other words, I will say that the right side of the tongue is the mirror image of the left side, and the left side of the tongue is the mirror image of the right side. So if we dissect the tongue from the midline, so you will easily say that if the muscle is on the right side, it will surely will be present on the left side. So it is very simple. जो मसल राइट साइड को है उसी तरह का मसल, उसी मिरर फॉर्म का इमेज या मिरर साइड का इमेज राइट साइड का या लेफ्ट साइड का on each side the muscle will be present. Okay, now superior longitudinal muscle will elevate the tip of the muscle. Okay, inferior longitudinal muscle will curl the tongue. Okay, कुछ लोग होते हैं जो टंग को, जो ज़बान है उसको गोल नहीं कर पाते. आप कोशिश कर लीजिएगा ये लेक्चर सुनते सुनते, अगर आपसे हो जाता है तो अच्छा है. कुछ लोग होते हैं जिनसे नहीं होता, तो उनके जो इन्फीरियर लॉन्गिट्यूडिनल मसल है वो वीक होते हैं. उसके बाद है ट्रांसवर्स मसल, वो नैरो करता है टंग को, और वर्टिकल मसल ये भी नैरो और इंक्रीज़ करता है टंग की साइज़ को. नाउ एक्सट्रिंसिक मसल, these are very easy, and intrinsic muscle, like intrinsic muscle, extrinsic muscle is very easy. It is also 4 in number and it is in pair form. Number 1, genioglossus muscle. Number 2, hyoglossus muscle. Number 3, styloglossal muscle. Number D, palatoglossus muscle. Now the name of these muscles are basically indicating that the tongue is connected with which structure, as well as it is also help you to remember the action of those muscles. Okay, now first we will remember the attachment. Hyoglossus muscle. Okay, hyoid bone. Okay, the pronunciation is somewhat like same. So hyoglossus muscle, hyoid bone. So basically the tongue, the muscle which is connecting the tongue to the hyoid bone is called as hyoglossus muscle. Now styloglossus muscle, the muscle which is connecting the styloid process to the tongue is called as styloglossus muscle. Number 3, palatoglossus muscle. As you have known, now you should know that the muscle which is connecting the tongue with the palate, which palate is basically the roof of the tongue or roof of the mouth. So the muscle which is connecting with the palate is called as palatoglossus muscle. Now last muscle, genioglossus muscle. It is a little bit different, but you have to remember. If you remember the remaining one, it is very easy for you then. Genioglossus muscle will connect the which will connect the tongue to the mandible bone. Okay, now the palate is basically on the it is forming the roof of the tongue or roof of the mouth, sorry. So if palatoglossus muscle will contract, it will elevate the tongue. That means the function of the palatoglossus muscle is elevation of the tongue. The styloglossus muscle is basically will help in the retraction of the tongue. Okay, the hyoglossus muscle will depress the tongue. Okay, or will push the tongue downwards, and genioglossus muscle will help in protrusion. For example, if you want to take your tongue out of your mouth, then it is called as protrusion. So the muscle which will help you in this action is called as genioglossus muscle. Now the last thing is arterial supply of tongue. It is very simple and easy. You have to remember just only the name of the artery and the vein. So first I will tell you the vein, the name of the vein. The name of the vein which is supplying the tongue is called as deep lingual vein, which is the branch of lingual vein, and then lingual vein is connected with the internal jugular vein. So the point is you have to remember that deep lingual vein will supply the tongue. Now the arterial supply is through two arteries, tortuous lingual artery and tonsillar artery. Tonsillar artery is the branch of facial artery, and the tortuous lingual artery is the branch of external carotid artery. So you have to remember the two arteries, tortuous lingual artery and tonsillar artery. What? Tonsillar artery and tortuous lingual artery. So these arteries are supplying the tongue. So this was the whole topic. Work hard, study hard. Good luck. Thank you so much. Bye. Take care.